What are the top 10 fastest cars in Nigeria right now? Today, we are going to find out. We have carefully compiled a list of the top 10 fastest cars that have been spotted on Nigerian roads. We are sure that these cars are sitting in people's garages somewhere in Nigeria. I'm talking of super high performance cars that may or may not have been tested on Nigerian roads because obviously we don't have the facilities for that. But these cars, there's data to back everything up. In a particular order, we're going to start from the least fastest to the most fastest. My name is Crank of 234 Drive. Let's get into this very fast. At number 10, we have the Lexus LFA. The LFA is a super rare car all over the world. This is one of 500. Only 500 were made. The LFA is a limited production car with a 4.8 litre V10 engine that spits out about 552 horsepower. When I say limited production, I mean actually limited because this car, only 500 were made and there's one in Nigeria. One of 500. That's crazy. This car took Lexus 10 years to build. So this guy is known for his renowned quality. The build quality is exceptional. The exhaust sound, the exhaust is made from titanium. This car is very special to Lexus. They didn't do it to make money per se, they just did it to show the world that, yo, we can make supercars. This car costs a whooping 1.8 billion naira to own today because it's limited. So the price keeps going up year on year on year. This car was first sighted in Abuja about 3-4 years ago, but now it has been sighted in Lagos. One morning in Lekki, I was driving in Lekki, I just saw that white thing. I followed the car to the estate where I was just driving behind it. I think the man was even suspecting, but he should be used to it because it's an LFA. Everybody wants to spot an LFA. Fun fact, the exhaust sound on this car was jointly developed with Yamaha. The Yamaha that make bikes, you know, they also make like musical instruments like keyboards. So Yamaha jointly developed the exhaust sound of this car with Lexus. So this car is truly, truly special and it is fast. This car does 0 to 60 in about 3.3 seconds and it has a top speed of about 312 kilometers per hour. At number 9, we have the BMW M8 competition. Just so you know, the BMW M8 competition is the fastest road-going BMW ever made. Ever. The M8 competition is the king of BMWs when it comes to speed. The engine in the M8 is the 4.4 litre twin-turbo V8 that produces about 625 horsepower. This car has a top speed of about 250 kilometers per hour, electronically limited to 250 kilometers per hour, but if you have the M driver's package, you can get up to 305 kilometers per hour. So this car is very fast. Does 0 to 60 in just 3.2 seconds. There's about 2 in Abuja that I know of for sure. In Lagos, there's no M8 competition, but there's an 850i, an M package. But in Abuja, you have about 2 M8 competitions. At number 8, we have the Lamborghini Urus Performante. In a country where Lamborghini Urus has become a Toyota Corolla, you see it everywhere you go, Lamborghini Urus, Lamborghini Urus. It is very easy to forget that the Lamborghini Urus is a track king. Now, the Performante is the king of every Urus. What makes the Performante unique is it is built with extra light materials. So it brings the weight down, keeps that power, brings the weight down, makes the handling better. So yeah, this is a very impressive super SUV. The Performante has the same 4 litre twin turbo V8 that produces about 657 horsepower in every Lamborghini Urus. But because it is lighter, it is faster. This car does 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds with a top speed of 305 kilometers per hour. That's crazy for an SUV. This car will set you back nothing less than 700 or to 800 million naira if you want to have one in Nigeria. So there's one that was up for sale in Abuja. I think somebody bought it already. And I know there's also one in Lagos. So as of now, I know that there are 2 Lamborghini Urus Performantes in Nigeria. Let's clap for ourselves. At number 7, we have the Ferrari 458 Italia. The most popular people with this car in Nigeria would be Burna Boy and Zinoliski. Yeah, my type of Ferrari. Yes, that Ferrari is fast. It does 0 to 60 in just 3.3 seconds. And yeah, I think this car looks good. And Burna Boy really likes this car a lot because he had one, he had an accident with it, then he bought another one, an Italia. There's a normal 458 and then there's the Italia, which is a very fast version of the 458 Ferrari. The 458 Italia is powered by a 4.5 litre naturally aspirated V8 engine, puts out about 570 horsepower. That's a lot. That's a lot. This supercar is commonly celebrated for its sharp handling and high revving engine. It marks a significant advancement in Ferrari's engine design and technology. Now, what I'm noticing with these supercars is you can't really say they look fine, they look this, because all of them look good. Like, look at the 458 Italia. It just looks like a spaceship on land. Honestly, I think every Ferrari looks unique. Every Ferrari looks good. So based on design, based on looks, this is not something you start to deliberate. The car looks good for sure. This car ran between 2009 and 2015, so it is pretty old. But to get one today, you have to still spend about 400 to 500 million naira. And this guy is coming in Nigeria. I know there's like 2 or 3 or 4 in Abuja, and there's about 4 in Lagos. I know there's a red one, Burna Boy, Zino, and there's more people that have these cars in their garage. So this might be one of the most popular Ferraris in Nigeria right now. At number 6, we have the Audi R8 V10 Plus. Over time, the Audi R8 has become one of the most popular supercars in Nigeria. I mean, Audi is a brand we all know, we all love. It's a popular Nigerian brand. But then the R8, like that car, it's kind of popular. Like a lot of people have it. You see it every now and then. You see it pop out every now and then, because supercars are not supposed to be popular because they are always limited in production. But not every R8 has the V10 Plus engine, because there's a normal R8 with a V8 engine, and there's the one with the V10 engine, and there's the V10 Plus. So the V10 Plus is the fastest of them all. Audi is a brand you're meant to drive every day, so the R8 is no exception. It features Audi's all-wheel drive system called the Quattro. So this car is very practical. You can drive it every day, but it's not as practical. There's no supercar that's practical, if you are being honest. I've been in an R8 before, a V10. And when I got home, I just slept because I was tired. Because the sitting position, the seats, everything was not as, it wasn't comfortable, because the supercar is not supposed to be very comfortable. Although now, as we move forward, I'll try to explain some things. You see how these guys are making supercars get more comfortable. You just need to spend more money. But a supercar is not supposed to be comfortable, because you're not meant to be in a supercar every day. I mean, why are you driving a V10 Plus every day? This car, to buy one, costs you between 300 to 400 million naira for a nice, clean one. Yeah. So the R8 generally range from between 250 million, 200 to 400 million. So if you are buying the V8 or the V10 or the V10 Plus, that will determine how much you are spending. But range, 200 to 400 million for an R8, then 300 to 400 million for a V10 or a V10 Plus. I almost forgot to tell you the stats. So this car does 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds with a top speed of 310 kilometers per hour. At number 5, we have, before I go to number 5, please like this video. Like, share, subscribe, because I mean, you can see we're growing thanks to you. So if you don't like, if you don't share, if you don't subscribe, we won't grow. And we won't be back here next week because we are not growing. So we need to grow and you need to help us. Thank you, and let's get back to the video. At number 5, we have the McLaren 650S. If you live on the island area of Lagos, then you'd have seen a green McLaren 650S owned by Jeffrey Benson. This guy is fast. This car does 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds. What? The 650S features a 3.8 litre twin turbo V8 that puts out about 641 horsepower. And if you know McLaren very well, you know that one thing they love to do is aerodynamics. Like their cars look like jets, like aeroplanes. All those lights you see, all those things you see on the body, they count for something, trust me. This 650S introduced McLaren's proactive chassis control system. I told you supercars are not comfortable, they're not meant to be comfortable. But with McLaren's proactive chassis control system, the ride comfort is enhanced and your steering precision is also increased. The worth of this car in Nigeria right now is between 500 to 700 million naira. At number 4, we have the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. The Lamborghini Aventador arguably used to be the most popular supercar in Nigeria. But when the Urus came, that one has like more practicality. SUV, what do you mean SUV and supercar? Nigerians ate it up. So that's why the Aventador is no longer as popular. But then we have the SVJ. The SVJ is the super rare Aventador. This is the highest performing Aventador. SVJ means super veloce jota, an Italian word. Super veloce, super velocity, that means super fast Aventador. This car does 0 to 60 in just 2.7 seconds with a top speed of 346 kilometers per hour. You know what that means? It means if the road was straight, even if it has a bend and you're going from Lagos to Ibadan, there's no traffic, the road is smooth. In an SVJ, you do it in just 20 minutes. So even though everybody's buying a Lamborghini Urus, real supercar lovers know that you cannot trade practicality for the joy you get in an Aventador. I have seen Aventadors in Lagos. There should be about up to 25 Lamborghini Aventadors in Nigeria. But I know that there's only one SVJ in Nigeria owned by Burna Boy, the purple one. Boy, oh boy. SVJ is no jokes. The SVJ is powered by a 6.5 liter naturally aspirated, wait for it, V12 engine. 6 plus 6, V12. Producing about 759 horsepower. This is power. The SVJ incorporates active aerodynamics and lightweight materials, making it one of the most track-focused Lamborghini ever made. Buying the SVJ in Nigeria will set you back nothing less than 1.2 billion naira. While if you want to buy the normal Aventador, you spend between 700 to 800 million naira. It's also not cheap. But yeah, the SVJ is really just significantly more expensive than the regular Aventadors. 400, 500 million naira difference. That's a lot. At number 3, we have the McLaren 750S. Yes, Whiskey's McLaren is the third fastest car in Nigeria right now. This car delivers about 741 horsepower from a twin-turbo 4-liter V8 engine and does 0 to 60 in just 2.7 seconds. This car is McLaren's lightest and most powerful series production supercar currently, so this car is no jokes. Whiskey paid about 1.7 billion naira for this car. So if you want one for yourself, I'm going to spend nothing less than 1.5 billion naira to get a 750S to Nigeria. This car is very, very expensive. At number 2, we have the Porsche 992 Turbo S. Don't be confused. The 992 is also a 911. Just that the 911 current generation is called the 992. So the 992 Turbo S is very, very fast. This car does 0 to 60 in just 2.3 seconds. And recently, one showed up in Abuja and has been performing. There's about 2 in Lagos currently. There's one in Abuja. These cars have been performing. Like, these cars go out to the road. Every controlled drag race this car has been in, it has won. The 992 is no jokes. And I'm wondering, how does Porsche do this thing? Because this car produces 640 horsepower. Less horsepower than most of the cars I've mentioned here. And it is fast. From a 3.8 liter twin turbo flat 6. And it's still doing 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. Like, how? How does Porsche do this? And where Porsche wows me is that these cars are drivable every day. This is one of the most comfortable supercars you can have today. I mean the Porsche 911 or the 992. Yes, very, very comfortable on the inside, but it's still very fast. So that is very, very impressive, Porsche. Very impressive. This car started production in 2018, and if you want to buy one today, you're going to spend nothing less than 500 million naira for the Turbo S. There are other 992s you can buy, but the Turbo S is 500 million naira or more. Top speed 336 kilometers per hour. That is a lot. Finally, we are at number 1. The fastest car in Nigeria right now is a Ferrari SF90 Stradale Assetto Fiorano. Did you hear that? Ferrari SF90 Stradale Assetto Fiorano. The Ferrari SF90 is currently the fastest car in Nigeria right now with a top speed of 346 kilometers per hour. This is Ferrari's first ever plug-in hybrid supercar, combining a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine and 3 electric motors to generate about 985 horsepower. That is a lot, and this makes the Ferrari SF90 sprint from 0 to 60 in just 2.1 seconds. Now, this Assetto Fiorano package is just weight savings. This is weight savings because I have seen one before, Whiskey's one, and the seat. It is a bucket seat, but it is very light and it is very comfortable. But it is still a bucket seat with carbon fiber, so weight savings and it's just more aerodynamic with weight savings. That's the Assetto Fiorano package. So it's an extra package on the SF90. Then there's another SF90 white. I'm not sure that's an Assetto Fiorano, but I've seen it on the road moving. So yeah, this is the fastest car in Nigeria right now, guys. The fastest. wait. I know you think I am a liar because the McLaren Senna is also now in Nigeria. But as at when we shot this video, Burna Boy hadn't bought this car. Yeah, Burna Boy now has the Senna, so it should be the fastest car in Nigeria, right? No. It may interest you that Whiskey's SF90 is actually faster than Burna Boy's McLaren Senna. The McLaren Senna has a top speed of 335 kilometers per hour, while the SF90 has a top speed of 340. The McLaren Senna does 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds, while the SF90 does 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. However, the Senna actually costs way more than the SF90. See, the McLaren Senna is like a collector's item. This is a 1 of 500. It costs about 2 times the price of the SF90. You can see it from the body, the exposed carbon fiber, the way the interior is. So this is like a piece of art, while the SF90 is just a very, very advanced hypercar. Rumor has it that Wizkid paid 1.7 billion naira for his SF90, while Burna Boy paid 3.5 billion naira for his McLaren Senna. So do the maths. So yeah, the McLaren Senna came, but the SF90 is still the fastest car in the country as we speak. What a list. We are going to do a rundown now of the top 10 fastest cars in Nigeria right now, just for a recap. But before we do that, if there's any car I have missed, please just tell me in the comment section. Let's have that conversation. What cars did I miss? Because I know there used to be a Bugatti Chiron. Sorry, not the Chiron. There used to be a Bugatti, what was the other one? Bugatti Veyron. There used to be a Bugatti Veyron in Abuja, but it's been flown to sell in, I think, in the UK or something. So if there's any car I missed, just let me know in the comment section. Let's have that conversation. What are the cars in Port Harcourt that I think are the fastest? What are the cars in Kaduna, in Delta, in Benin? What cars? What cars are fast that I did not mention on this list? Please tell me in the comment section. So now let's do the rundown of the top 10 fastest cars in Nigeria right now, from the least to the most fastest. Number 10 is the Lexus LFA 0 to 60 in just 3.8 seconds. At number 9, we have the BMW M8 competition, 0 to 60 in just 3.2 seconds. Number 8 is the Ferrari 458 Italia, 0 to 60 in just 3.4 seconds. Number 7 is the Audi R8 V10 Plus, 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds. Number 6 is the Lamborghini Urus Performante, 0 to 60 in just 3.6 seconds. Number 5 is the McLaren 650S, 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds. Number 4 is the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, 0 to 60 in just 2.8 seconds. Number 3 is the Porsche 992 Turbo S, 0 to 60 in just 2.5 seconds. Number 2 is the McLaren 750S, 0 to 60 in just 2.3 seconds. And number 1 is the Ferrari SF90 Stradale Assetto Fiorano, 0 to 60 in just 2.2 seconds. Wow. Now I am curious, I want to know, what are the fastest cars you have seen on Nigerian roads? Tell me now in the comment section. Tell me, like, what are the fastest cars you've seen, or cars you think are supposed to be on this list? Cars you have seen with your eyes, or maybe on the internet, and you know that these cars are in Nigeria. Tell me in the comment section. I'll be waiting.